Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on top right side as the red Roost, we have Myriad. Spawn bottom left side as the pink Malians, we have Beasty. And since we do have a Roost player on the field, let's back out of caster mode and take a look at the trade bounties. Looks like red does find some local doggos and some sheep to lead to glory. Pink goes for the sheep there. Probably should actually eye for the deer first. Red's pretty close to finding deer as well. Does get one. They're not trying to snipe each other. Pink got that one. Yellow red does get that one. So overall, 90 trade bounty. The deer up here just been found. Deer here has not been found. Deer here has been found. Red's making way down south. Pink does spot a wolf there, so go and clean that up. Red will be finding some sheeple here. Will the Malian player go for professional scouts? Oh, missed a deer. And use luck monster. Slaughtering all the forest puppers. More sheep are being found there. He will find his close deer deposit there. And right now he's at 160 trade bounties, so it does need to find some wolves in order to get the tier 1 trade bounty or tier 2 trade bounties. If you take a look at the map, red has all this gold like in a line right there, so he has a clear expansion direction. Back here's a nice safe deer deposit. This one's relatively safe off the side. Pumbaa is a little bit up more north. Pink's deer deposit a little bit spread out, has some berries in the back line. Of course, even though he is Islamic, does not get improved berry capacity stuff. But cows are pretty nice as well. Pink's been finding some dogs. At 130 trade bounty, just need to kill off one wolf and then he'll get his tier 2. There's one. And wheelbarrow now research. Gremlin now being built out as well. And red does bring back some sheep. Does find a wolf there as well. He did not find that wolf, but this will get him a tier 2 trade bounty. Most of the time, people have to get the high trade house for tier 3. Got some gold deposits here. And now got the Montsakori. Looks like it's going to be built later than the Kremlin. Let's go and back into caster mode now. Got 6 villagers there on wood for the roost, so you may be eyeing for a secondary town center. Ink has 7. So it's hard to say. Hunting cabin is providing a nice amount of 22 gold per minute, and now do have stables, so we're going to see some early nights. And now we've got some scouts moving around, getting some torches there onto the housing. Does get some good damage there, and a scout will engage. There may be a possibility we'll see warrior scouts, but maybe not. And the house will be saved. Red's other scouts falling back. Red scout is one shank from death. Rain almost got him caught up. And right now making some turns could get him killed off, but now he's at 11 health and did have 0 health remaining. In this game, there is decimals when it comes to health points, so we may not be able to see them all too well. But we've got the combat sprint there, and the death there. No, that was the warrior scout upgrade. Warrior scouts are faster. There is fractional health in this game, and the health regen is not necessarily 1 per second, but effectively 1 per second. if that makes any sort of sense. We do now have a regular horseman on the field, which that's not a knight. We do have a knight on the field. We got 4 warrior scouts on the field. Warrior scouts do have incredibly high health regen, so they can hit and run, and they also still retain the bonus damage from the scout as well. They do offer 7 damage, which is less damage than the horsemen, but they're cheaper than horsemen, and high health regen makes it so they can hit and run pretty effectively. But the early knight does do his own hit and run as well. The early knight does have 3 armor, so this warrior scouts will only do 4 damage per strike against him. So they're going to have to really surround him and shank him. And Rus archers will do full damage versus warrior scouts. Warrior scouts have no range armor, nor any bonus damage versus range. They do get range bonuses when they are veteran warrior scouts, but until then, they will get no bonus damage versus these archers. So archers are actually a soft counter to warrior scouts. And 1 warrior scout does go down there. And there goes that archer as well. Warrior scouts also only have 2 attack speed, which is not great either. Got another mill here. Let's go and try to pump out the cows. Oh! Got a professional scout research. Villager does go down. He needs to drop off the deer. And now he can... You have some good amount of food. If he continues grabbing the deer, he will have great amount of food at home. So he doesn't have to venture out the map too much. The Rus player has the other town center there, so he's not going to be able to steal these deer, or at least not all too well. But he can steal this deer. He's going for his deer deposit first. I'd say actually maybe better to grab this deer. Well, if you drop off the deer right now, you can always grab this one second, because there'll be quite a bit of food from the collect right here. And, oh, he does steal some deer, at least 2. He's getting greedy. And red does not retaliate this time either. So you will steal 3 of the deer, very, very good. But now he's going to retaliate. An early knight and some archers will get some good damage. Those drop the deer carcasses, which actually make it very inconvenient for red to collect up. You may not be able to grab and bring it home with him, but you may actually deny that food there. Is it worth building a mill next to 2 deer? Probably. But it's going to be inconvenience the Rus player quite a bit. And these other 2 warrior scouts do hide away in the corner. Villager's heading up the Pumbaa now. We've got the veteran or hardened spearman research. And it looks like the warrior scouts once again try to steal some more deer. He probably should stand and fight. He can hit and run against the spearmen. Decides to drop and run away to draw some fire. They'll just do get pretty good round of shanks onto him. Warrior scouts do move faster than the horsemen, but the combat sprint will help them keep distance. The health regen is very high, so it's actually very hard for a horseman to kill off a warrior scout with the health regen. And spearmen try to pursue. Warrior scouts move about man-at-arms speed with a load up of deer. And now do have some hardened Donzo here. You'll get some good strikes there. The health regen will help him keep him alive. More Rus spearmen and archers being blown in the field. Versus Donzo. Some javelin throwers will be very useful to help engage the archers and do some reasonable damage versus the early knights. He's very far from aging up, so can't rely on veteran warrior scouts for bonus damage against range. Horseman down. The house will be set ablaze. Donzo, warrior scouts charging way forward. He has good engagement here, good numbers. Donzo to get some spear throws there. Scout does go down there. The spearmen do pose a bit of a problem, but Donzo can gauge spearmen very well. They have additional damage, health, and armor. Warrior scouts getting some good damage there onto the archers. Donzo still alive, getting some good damage there on the early knights. And now got some sofas on the field. Oh, and also got a villager there. The villager got shrunken. You may want to fall back, buddy. Another multiple early knights, more archers and spearmen. Sofas do slight bonus damage to infantry as well. Keyword slight. I sort of references anti-armor damage, so they just help negate the armor. And you also got a Musafati warrior here. Musafati warrior will get some good damage onto the knight, and also does beat spearman 1v1. There goes that villager. I'll say Donzo will help him 1v1 villager spearman as well. So they won't be as great, and cost a little bit more than Musafati warriors. It will still be a generally good unit to help also provide bonus damage versus the early knights. That wounded villager got really impaled. Are these forces moving forward? What, 4 deer remaining? I wonder. I don't see those deer carcasses anymore. Not sure what happened to them. Right now, the Malian player does 29 military units versus 24. The value is in favor of the Malian player as well. I haven't heard any sound effects of any cows, but we do have cows in the field. But based on the positioning of everything here, he may be going for the Fombia garrison, because this is not great for the Grand Fulani Corral. It's still a good idea to go for the cattle ranches, even if you don't go for the Grand Fulani Corral, because it still provides some good food generation. The Malian player is pretty far from aging up. The Rus player is far away as well, but not as far. Rus player does have a secondary town center, so he's getting some good village production. Up here we do have now... Oh, good engagement here. Not a single villager escaped into the wooden fortress. That is a very good engagement there from by Pink. Outposts do get counciled there, or total outposts I should say. Try and get some villagers here. Sofas and everything there, trying to push way forward. The Rus player does have a decent army of spearmen, some archers, some early knights. So Musafati warriors will be very useful since there's not many archers to counter them, but we've got more archers there. Barracks will go on down. Cattle farms being garrisoned. Berries not been cleaned up all the way either. They'll collect up the deer. Deer do have good collection rate, even far greater than berries. Their base collection rate of deer is 0.81. Berries are 0.67. Cows and not cows. Sheep and farms do have 0.75. Cows do have 0.7 or 81 like deer. I remember when they used to have 0.9, same as boar. But good number of villagers here getting hit. Ooh, good number of the Rus villagers are quite wounded. And the rest of the escort may go down as well. Does get the villagers inside, but he does lose some military units. But Red is pushing me forward over here. Does tip over some cows. They can be eaten though. Put a mill there, eat them up. Not too far of his potential spot there. I think Pink can turn around and engage those forces, but he's probably more focused on this engagement here. He does turn around engage, but keep the Sophos away. Want to let the Sophos run away. They're a bit wounded. And now we do have the Bombay Garrison not going on up. Bombay Garrison will get him some abandoned armies. Cost 100% gold, but at a discount. We do now have these Sophos as possibility of getting those villagers. All the cattle ranches pushed forward. This cattle ranch has been set ablaze. The other one has been damaged. And now these early knights are getting completely surrounded and gets annihilated. The warrior scouts can engage them. Sophos engage these villagers. You now have the veteran Musfati warrior, the veteran Sofa, veteran Donzo, and the veteran archer research. No veteran warrior scouts. Veteran warrior scouts would be useful versus those archers, since they would get their bonus damage. And these Sophos may just need to fall back and fall back to an Emon because they are wounded. You literally have 1 health remaining. But even a scout can shank you. High trade house not being pulled out. Ugh. That is a horrendously bad spot. He should have pulled it out right there. This high trade house will not provide much economic benefits. Makes me wonder if he actually meant for the Abbey. This high trade house may be the worst high trade house I've ever seen. That will probably not even provide 100 gold per minute. Probably closer to like 50. Sofas. These are veteran warrior scouts, so they get the plus 9 damage versus range. So they are now a counter to range units. Also, I believe the health regen is also increased. It's like, what, 2.5 per second at this age, and like 3 as elite. There's high trade house there. We're gonna have to wait a moment to see what the gold income's like. 25 trees. This hunting cabin had 20 trees at 22 gold per minute. So this is looking, yeah, 52 gold per minute, maybe what it's going to be at. That's also higher than I expected. Oh yeah, the value's plus 400%. So yeah, it's going to be around 100 gold per minute, isn't it? Not good. So I wonder, I guess it counts even the cut down trees, I guess. Huh, interesting. There's a good number of spearmen here, gotta be careful. The archers could engage them. You also got a round of militia just 4 though. He can blow it up to another 18 if he so chooses. Sophie is a bit wounded. We'll find some of these villagers here. Veteran Spear and Veteran Archer research. The Roost Player has plenty of gold right now, so may want to pull it back on gold collection. AKA, don't replace these villagers collecting the gold. Veteran Sofas all go down. These guys push forward. There's at least 1 dead villager there. We're going to push down the secondary town center. This place still has more villagers, but the income's probably very similar since they sell the cows and mining pits. Horse push forward, spearmen as well. Militia will die from heart attack relatively soon. Warrior scouts will go down. While they do still both do bonus damage versus range now, they still have no inherent armor. Sofas once again pushing forward engaged, but these two Sofas have plenty of health. They do have imported armor research, but only range armor maxed out at the moment. Up here, the Roost man-at-arms being very effective. He probably should just focus down that Spearman. Does take out that villager. Spearman does go down. And these villagers probably have a shank. And it looks like Magenta Pink may actually win that fight. Sacred Site being captured on up. These forces now moving around. Sofas and archers falling back. More Sofas here. One player still pretty far from aging up. The Roost player, well, technically has all the gold he requires, but not enough food. Far from that. Yeah, looks like the high trade house is going to provide 105 gold per minute. No, that's actually better than I expected. If he would have put it right there, he would have got a lot more trees, get around 200 gold per minute. Spearmen and man-arms will flank those Sofas. Thanks to the fortified palisade walls, he's able to really hold on. And now Sofas are completely trapped. Nope, there is an opening there. We'll take out those two archers before falling back. Archers and Sofas push way forward. Does recruit his forces. Pink has the largest force in the field and also much higher quality thanks to all the Sofas. The Roost player, or the Malian player, does just have 4 emos on the field, has cleaned up 4 rugs and picked up the 5th. Poison arrows not research. This is a Mangonel somewhere. Yeah, Roost Mangonel now on the field. Very nice. And now Pink is now falling on back. Red's making a counterattack, has a decent counter army. Up here, we do got some Sofas and a warrior, veteran warrior scout pushing way forward. More Sofas. His forces starting to regroup over here. More reinforcements here. Let's see now. Red still has a sizable gold amount of gold here. This gold deposit is almost out, so he needs to start pushing out expansion. Pink's starting to claim up some of this gold up here. Maybe Red can head down south for his gold. Sofas and Warrior Scout push way forward. Mangonel gets picked off there. That's a pretty nice pick. He needed that Mangonel to engage the archers. Distraction, whoa. Sofas engaging the archers. He doesn't have any crossbows in the field, but it's not a good number of them. Trying to engage opponent's archers now. Sofas slowly being wounded. Man-at-arms doing some good jobs against the Sofas. So the man-at-arms are about to go down. Still got a couple crossbows in the field. Looks like just had enough crossbows. Got 15 archers there versus 16, so there are more Malian archers than Roost archers. There's also poison arrows, which I'm not a big fan of how poison arrows really work. Damage to time effect is okay, but not significantly great. I'd rather have the damage be up front. 8,000 gold deposit now being seized. Villagers repairing up the wooden wall. Looks like he's out repairing the damage. Sacred Site captured by Pink. That is all 3 now captured by Pink, and now a Sacred Site victory is counting down. More Roost Man-at-Arms. Roost Man-at-Arms will generally be good. Sofas will be effective versus them, however. But they will be effective versus the Malian archers, which they will slowly get whittled down by the poison arrows. Poison arrow upgrades more or less a way for his Malian archers to do a little bit more damage versus heavy. Against light, they just generally outright kill them before the poison has any real effect. But heavy does offer a little bit of damage. but usually, most time units don't exactly die or are alive for 6 seconds as fights start going and they start taking damage. And that's it's 1 damage every 2 seconds for 6 seconds. So 3 damage over 6 seconds. That's a better way to put it. Malian player is going for another keep here to help him keep these sacred sites. Roost Archer here. Maybe he'll decapture in time before the keep gets put on field. He needs to put on whole ground stance. He's still decapturing. He's not whole ground stance. I don't see the icon glowing. But he does take some damage there and actually stopping him from being interrupted. But he will get killed off before the point gets decaptured. 2 spring golds versus 1 spring gold. The Roost player does not have large enough military in the field. He is going for a scout. There are some high shrubbery here. Roost player is lacking a front line for his ranged forces. Mangonel does take a hit there. You need 3 Mangonels to take out or spring golds to take out a Mangonel now. But he does lose the Mangonel. But it also means now the Roost spring golds, even though they did their job, they didn't do their job quick enough, and now they're dead weight. Another Mangonel deployed by the Roost. Mangonel gets a good shot there onto those archers. He does have 15 charges of militia, so he can bring in 30 militia to help them get back in the game. The archers will do bonus damage versus the militia. Now I've got 4 of hunters not going to field. The Malian player is going to either age up with keep. Help him keep the central sacred site. This keep up here will provide some sphere of influence on the sacred site there, but doesn't particularly completely protect it, so it can't be flanked. How long have this wall has been repaired by paravillagers? Sofa does go down. Oh, sorry, I just saw your comment. Oh, you just made that comment. Yeah. It is interesting. Warrior Scouts, they were overpowered for a time frame, but then they were nerfed quite a bit. Maybe a little bit too much, but overall I think the nerf is actually pretty accurate for their costs now. Though 90 is still quite high. I don't know. Maybe they can get some range damage in feudal age to make them a bit more useful. Maybe say, let's see, they have what, 9 bonus damage versus range at the moment? Maybe if they would have like +3 or let's see, archers have what, 80 health, 70 health in age 1 or age 2? So maybe giving them like +3 damage versus range would be a great way to just give them, even them out. It all depends if he can stop the Sacred Site victory. The Sacred Site victory is what's the countdown against the Roofs. And now with the 4 hunters there, all these archers are now camouflaged. Apparently, imams do not get camouflaged. They're not classified as infantry. Acts as a keep, infantry nears a landmark, enters the cell for 30 seconds, so imams are not considered infantry. Good to know. They're non-combatants, not infantry. What am I thinking? And looks like the spearmen will finally kill off all the horses. Yeah, I wasn't paying attention, honestly. They've been throwing torches for how long? At least for like 3 minutes, 4 minutes. We do now have Formula leadership, with giving increased movement speed by nearby infantry. Which will actually make Mustafadi warriors really fast, wouldn't it? Would that make Mustafadi warriors keep pace with Sofas? Oh, apparently Sofas already have heightened movement speed compared to regular horsemen as well. Not bad. Got some walls going up to make sure the Sacred Site doesn't decapture. Very nice. 5 minutes remaining. The Roost player, wait. Look at that. The Roost player has quite a bit of food. trying to get enough gold to age up, but he doesn't have any gold in his borders, does he? May want to go to a market, sell off some food in order so he can age up if he's planning to age up, but even then, without any gold, aging up is sort of pointless because he won't be able to deploy out any elite units or elite research or deploy out even Schultzy. There's more fortified palisade walls up, wooden fortress not being put on the field. Yeah, right now he only has gold income from the high trade house and some hunting cabins. March his way forward. We've got boiling oil of research as well as a bombard. The infantry won't be able to do enough torch damage. Mangonels do bonus damage to structures, so they may want to start getting some damage on those structures. Fortified palisade gate receiving some damage. He's now starting to flank. These guys should be advancing camouflage. Spring gold down. Mangonels a little bit exposed. But they're actually in a good position to gauge the archers. Spring gold down. Outpost does not go down. He has some sofas there locked in with the sacred site. Villagers could get inside the keep there to get some extra arrows going. Both Mangonels are alive. Does take out the last of Red's Mangonels. He does have increased range on spring golds. Mangonel does go down. Yes, all of these resources, and Red does back up the game. I think Red primarily lost the game because he didn't spend his resources. He was trying to age up, but the age up was not going to be helpful. He should have took those resources rather than age up is to attack a sacred site. I do cast